Derek's just going to run him down with the rifle in his hand. Superman still there. Adjustment of Shy.
Oh, he's going to run into the trip. No way!
Yeah, we are joined by Crew's Adam here on stage after that first game win. And I have to ask you, overall, seeing 100 Thieves come in here playing 2 new maps, do you approach the series any differently?
No, I think we try to approach any series the same way. Like, we are a team that really focus on ourselves. Like, we don't care too much against who we are playing or their playstyle or what they do. We just want to focus on our things, play the best as we can, and I think that can make us winners.
Well, it shows in the wins. Thank you so much, Adam. Good luck in the game.
That's right. That's a mentality to have, Coach Adam. Yeah, who cares how the other team is playing? Just focus on your team and how you all are playing. As you can see, Crew, they took Sunset 13 to 7.
To OT.
No, it did not. No.
17 to 7.
No OT.
Played out the full scrim just to body them a little bit more. That's crazy.
That was a very good game.
Yeah,
in my mind, especially after there was pretty much a big resurgence from 100 Thieves in that. I started to get impressed and started to get scared, but then all of a sudden, Crew's just like, no, we're good. We actually know how to handle your attack side now, and handle it they did.
And when the side swap too, it was to me a display of, again, like the depth of talent now that Crew has, where if that were last year, I have to feel like with Kessin slowing down in the second half, that things would have fell apart and 100 Thieves would have won that game. But now, you know, in that second half, like, you have Shy stepping up in a bunch of the late rounds to win crucial rounds.
Yeah, and here's one round where I think the pace shifted, right? You see them running down mid, you see the paranoia coming through with Kesnit pushing into tiles, you see Shy going through a Cypher cage bottom mid, and that's all to push everybody into this thrash that he just actually solo on A, throwing out, and that definitely could have gotten some as 100 Thieves fall out. But as you see this, right, everything that 100 Thieves doing, they think, oh my goodness, there's 4 people who push down mid, there's only 1 guy here on A, we have to push into A, and that's Crew immediately giving up on that because it didn't find anything in mid, and pushing right back with that double layer that they have with Klaus having that Rolling Thunder. And obviously Asuna could have done some big damage there, just not being able to find the actual transfer in that moment. I think this idea, very, very good, where you show a lot of presence, a lot of strength, and then say, okay, actually, we don't have to do anything with this. We don't have to full commit. We still got plenty of tools to win out that round.
It's, again, the decisiveness on display from Crew, and it obviously set up with that breach all very nicely. But the way that they're all swinging together, again, they're just 2 players out of link, 2 players out of, you know, backside, and they're just all swinging in, and it's Shy again in the late round who, that trade onto Asuna was huge, gets the ult
right
off
through the
that.
smoke.
Like, yeah, it's just, like, yeah, again, I mean, they're just doing all those little things so right. And it's because you can see the trust that they have in each other right now to be able to swing off of each other, trade for each other well. It's beautiful.
Oh, trust.
Oh,
Yes,
you
it's like
guys.
I trust you all. Well, how did this get away from 100 Thieves though? Like, is there, I mean, you talk about trust, but like, I mean, are they trusting themselves? Like, you know, on Sunset?
I do think, at least when the side swapped to defense, I think it was rounds like the one you showed, but where Crew just really had their number on understanding which sites they were going to hit. I mean, they were just reading them. It was
kind of basic.
Very well.
It was basic from 100 Thieves there. I think a big part of it has to do with the comp.
Yep. Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's hear what the 100 Thieves coach has to say just ahead of map 2.
Riv here, joined by Zix before their next game. The second half looked great. You guys started to come out firing, and then the post plant started to fall away. What are you seeing that's leading to this?
There was a few post plants we definitely could have been more proactive. We knew exactly what to expect coming in, but there was like just some mistakes in terms of like following through with our game plan coming into the match. So going into Breeze, we're still pretty confident. I think like at least, you know, Kessin had an insane first half. So that, you know, we were thankfully able to recover, else that would have looked like a really bad map. But we're still confident. Players know that they're, you know, going to aim better than them, but we just had to change like small details in the way that we play the game, and we'll bring that for Breeze.
Awesome. Thank you for the insight. Best of luck in Breeze.
Yeah, I guess, you know, how do you combat Kesnit, I guess is the question I have. I mean,
You have to hope and pray that he slows down a little bit, goes back to the average, because that was a crazy half from him. It was our best half.
Yeah, I know. I am expecting on Breeze, especially starting on defense. Cryo just played Gecko for the first time ever in a match. You have to assume on Breeze he's going to be playing Jet, unless they do, because again, 100 Thieves haven't played Breeze yet. I'm going to assume Cryo's going to be playing Jet here.
Proposal: Boostio on Jet.
And no.
And you're wrong.
And no. Cryo is going to be on the Jet. So if they can get this first pistol round and get the economy rolling to get the operator in his hands, Breeze obviously has super deep sight lines.
Yep.
You can see him take over the game on defense. We saw that all last year when he got that in his hands. That's when 100 Thieves looked their best.
Yeah, I think those first engagements are going to be huge. Kesnet was farming in that first map, and the shift in personnel on that first dive agent is going to be huge here. It's going to be make or break. Cryo on the Jet, I think you pointed it out. It's the basic thing to point out with these two compositions right now, that they're very standard on both sides. So yeah, that battle, it's everything.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm kind of curious. Will we get to a third map? Let's find out and send things back to your casters. Here's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the question on everyone's mind, will we get to map 3? Given the stakes, given the matchup, given the fact that we haven't seen 100 Thieves play this map before, you've got Cryo on Jet, you've got Kesnet on Jet. This is a matchup I'm excited for, man.
Yeah, and honestly, 100 Thieves are no slouches in general to Breeze. Honestly, one of the maps that I played against them the most was Breeze from the start of the Bang Asuna just duo that they had amongst themselves, and they were crazy. The fundamentals that they had going into this stuff has been, it's just nuts. They have a lot of good protocols for retaking on A, specifically with the Cypher, and I wonder if they're going to bring that over into this new roster with Boosty, or if there's new ideas being cooked up. But Cryo is going to be the guy that really needs to step up, especially on this defensive half, to try to outduel Kesnet on those entries.
Yeah, a Kesnet who dropped 20 and a half.
Yep, and he's looking like he's going to get first contact here again on to Boosty. I say that.
Ooh, nice shots from EU to punch back. But with that, though, Cryo is fallen, EU is fallen. They do have Boosty here, and he does have a trip set up. It's cleared, and you best believe you Jet's dashing into your lap. Boosty able to weather some of the pressure, but
just the trade again.
All it was.
So fast.
Flash over the top from Asuna.
Oh, but Bang's on the flank right now.
Player standing.
Perfect timing on the swing. He actually got tagged by the Sheriff as well. That might make a difference if Shy can catch Asuna here on an island.
Gotta find the perfect timing. The first kill is found, 74 HP. A jump spot to potentially bait out any bullets.
You saw him already looking towards mid.
No way! Huge from Bang! The pistol for 100 Thieves.
The name of the game in the last map was that defensive aggression that we saw Crew take. This time it's 100 Thieves, and I'm happy. I know Cryo fell right away, but he's still going for aggro plays. EU gets the 2 trades there, and then Bang is able to have all that time to flank all the way around and just be a thorn in the side of Crew.
And good on Boostio to be able to at least kill Kesnet there.
Yeah.
Right? If Boostio falls apart, all of a sudden you have more numbers favor of 100 Thieves, or Crew, excuse me. So a kill that seemed seemingly insignificant actually had a ton of value. Cryo feeling some of the same pressure, and Kesnet daring to duel. But with the inferior weaponry, is that something you went out? Cryo's gonna try to do the same. 1 kill found. It's not onto the duelist, so he wants to dip again and dashes away.
Poison's off.
Cryo's confident right now. That was really eager, but when you have that jet dash popped, I mean, why not?
And a Guardian. I mean, knowing there are pistols on the other side, the timing's not great. He's got to be careful here. Bang had his back. And now Cryo repositioning. Are they expecting Melser to be coming from the same spot just a second later? A little damage.
Doesn't matter.
Bang. Yeah, it's not going to matter. They had everything considered. Flawless round for 100 Thieves.
You already see the teamwork and the protocols that they have according to everything. That whole time we were so scared for Cryo because he left mid completely open, but Bang was dialed in on the angle the whole time.
Yep.
Wow, they haven't played this since 2022. That goes to show how long I've been playing the game for. The last time I remember playing them on this map, they were insane.
507 days.
I mean, I still have PTSD.
I feel like we've had a lot of like long streaks with 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
Talked about Ascent. Yeah. Now Breeze.
I mean, they had a rough year last year, to say the least. Boostio dodges that Sova dart in mid, and I wonder if that's prep work being done. Understanding where Klaus likes to default his dart and what the gap actually is. That's why you don't really see anybody towards the actual B site. And Cryo bought up an op into this round. Huge investment.
Wow.
Shy should have been able to see that he was scoped in with something.
So they have an op in the hands of Cryo, an outlaw in the hands of EU, on a bonus.
Oh,
Bang not able to find anything.
another great entry from Kesnet.
And he's gonna take the space. He's already pushing up. Is there anything to help him over the top? Boostio takes care of him, but again, responded in kind. These weapons now become notably more difficult to find success with.
Shy has all of mid right now.
You have to start asking the question if it's worth saving. If Asuna can get another kill, maybe. But no.
I know exactly where you are.
Definitely want to save the op.
Yeah. Maybe EU sticks around, tries to get a fight.
That's why you see Cryo already just backing off.
Yeah, he's out.
There's no point in even challenging this. The post plants that crew have had, they've been really, really good. Even right there, right? It's a 3v2. The whole idea is off the cam. We're gonna double swing onto the yellow area.
Right. It seems like they're trying to hunt out Cryo, and I don't think he ever shot the op, so I don't know that they know that he's saving that.
Yeah, Shy, he might have an inkling that Cryo has the op. I mean, he was in halls and he was jumping away, but sometimes you can't really tell from that far away.
Yeah.
But he knows he was dialed in on something.
Shy has just been such a menace, man. The late pressure that he applies is so good.
And much like Sunset, it's a 4-1 with him just being the solo lurk in mid. So it's not anything crazy. They're not reinventing the wheel, but they're doing everything good, everything right. The spacing is right. The lurk timing is on point.
Cryo's posted up A. Heat considering creeping forward. The spike not far off behind him.
Mid. A couple footsteps there, though, so the crew players should know that there's some shenanigans going on this.
Remember, Bang got dropped here.
Site.
The spacing is awkward. The flash over the top, and
Oh, no.
slipped the net at the wall. Oh, Bang gets a kill. Cryo gets another. Shy's gonna get the best of EU. Nothing he can do there. And Austin is on an island.
Perfect flash.
One enemy remaining.
What a perfect setup.
Strike down.
What a perfect hold. Just when it seemed like they were going to get overwhelmed, they hold the line.
No one will remember them.
Suna is no joke on this map, especially with those KO flashes. That was a perfectly timed flash for Bang there. And Bang was sitting on 1 HP. He knew he had to get that kill or it was done. That 1v1.
Yeah, that's huge.
That was big. Kesnet, who usually is on point with those peaks, he got caught in the middle of a jump animation and couldn't recover from it.
I mean, and he could have won the round himself.
Yeah.
You would have gotten Bang.
If he doesn't jump, he guarantees the kill.
Yeah. But so, no point in dwelling on the past and the what-ifs. Back into the action we go. A Guardian in the hands of Kesnet. But just sheriffs, or pistols, excuse me, surrounding it.
In the last 2 rounds, Asuna has been playing that A site, being a support with flashes. The crew chants are coming in.
This time he's playing B though. He's posted up with Boosty.
That's what I was gonna get at. Sorry, this crowd is so crazy today.
I got you. I think the other thing worth mentioning here is that once again, they've asked EU to hold an area of the map down by himself. This time posted up on halls. He's got the drone to clear some space and help. Viper wall goes up. Crew's intentions have been made known. That's the only weapon in the hands of the attack right now.
Oh, Bang is so low here. You should have a gap over this.
Fancy footwork keeps him alive though, and there it is.
Spike down A.
Cryo finding value at the op. Kesnet with the Guardian still. Another clean shot from EU.
Jeez.
Kesnet got his one, but that's all it'll be.
And I can already tell that 100 Thieves are so confident in their retakes.
Yeah.
That they're willing to give all of that A site, and bang, it's kind of just kill as many as you can before you go down.
Yeah,
We got
down
you.
with you, yeah.
We got you, brother. And then ultimately, you just run into all these crossfires once that wall goes down. It's just so hard to actually entry onto the site. Bang stalls for so much time. And a key note, Boosty got Shy on Shy's mid lurk. So this is something you're going to see more often from 100 Thieves, is making sure that that mid lurk doesn't get a lot of value, especially once the A splits come in or the A hits come in, etc.
Well, especially too once they know that's been part of the playbook since Sunset. Starting to wise up to it. Meanwhile, Crew back with weapons. Klaus has his ult. He does too.
Another A split.
EU has his ult.
This time it's all faint.
He's playing from real far back. Decides to hold on to the trigger. Meltzer not finding any space in halls.
Cage triggered.
That's Viper smokes right off of that. 100 Thieves are aware that the mid to B is coming in.
And EU still has his ult. Cryo puts a bullet in the back of Heat's head. A blade between the eyes of Klaus.
One enemy
Nothing more
remaining.
found, but Shy's left alone. He will fall. 100 Thieves up 4 rounds. They keep EU's ult. Bang and Boostio and Asuna are close to theirs too.
So nice to watch. 100 Thieves look like they just cannot be penetrated through this defense.
This was pretty.
Oh,
Shot is clean and then
sliver.
instantly activates.
Enemy remaining.
The same aggressive Cryo that we've seen these last couple of weeks.
He's been sick on the jet lately.
Yep. And for now, getting the best of Kesnet. But you know with Kesnet, it's an inevitability. When does he have his moment?
Yeah.
When does the spark hit? And the spark this time might come from the crowd.
The problem is on a map like this, when the defense is playing the way that they're playing, you don't really know what the setup is.
Yeah.
Asuna is back at the B site again. Cryo just took all of A main. He's been so mobile with the off. And when you play like this, it's hard to get a read on how the defense is set up. And you run into weird traps. Now they know the KO is here. What can they do with it?
Look at those trips, man. You've got to be feeling the pressure. You've got to understand where the hit is headed now. Cryo's taking space. Kesney gets some high ground. Not able to find a target. One blade left. A flash through the wall, and he pushes forward. Finding a target. But there's more to be found, more to be grasped. Can the Guardian find any more value? Because the blades are no longer a factor. And Cryo's timing with the op is perfect. Oh, it's going to be traded. They invest it back.
So close.
A tag, but nothing else.
30 seconds left.
Silence creeps across the map, and Heat is on the flank. Cryo had taken so much space with the op, but Heat's gonna catch him. There goes the op. And just like that, control seemingly reestablished. Meltzer has a weapon in hand. 13 seconds left, though. They've got to bust the move. They've got to go fast. Yeah, that was messy.
Last player standing.
7 seconds left. They've got to get this thing down now.
Out of charges.
Kenny Yoon win this one out on his own. 35 HP, has a dart and a shock. Into the face of 3. Into this post-plant setup by Crew.
Crew's so disciplined.
Oh, dropped. Heat daring to swing again. The thrifty round goes the way of Crew.
Nice double swing at the end there. And even just cutting noise right there, allowing Heat to cook. They didn't press the fact. They didn't want to give 100 Thieves any chance of getting back into the round. And it was wise. They understood that Cryo was behind the entire time. I think he got tagged by a drone. This Crew, they understand what their win conditions are, and in that moment, nobody needed to do anything special. Let's just hold back sight. If somebody pushes into us, we'll try to get the trade onto them. Let Heat cook up.
Revealing area.
Got that flank onto the offer, and it was
There they are.
said and done.
It was perfect. It led to the thrifty. And it's just showing so much trust in your teammates. Trust in the timings that they have. Cryo still with the op.
And he changed his position once more, this time taking an off angle into the nest. And this is such a good spot because it's so hard to clear this out as an attacker. Even if you drone it, you could just tuck in this corner and then just take your little one right
and
after.
dash away, yeah.
Yep.
You have to commit so far up if you want to take the fight.
He has all the info in mid right now. The only thing that's not covered is his elbow, but,
Yeah, but
he doesn't need to
Asuna's
worry about it. There's a cam watching it.
Yeah. And Asuna can spot that a little bit too. The drone going down the halls. Crew, so quiet in this. They have the attack side up. They're just looking for any mistake, any slip up.
Here.
From the defense.
Just the trifecta setup again.
They could capitalize on. They put the op back in the hands of Klaus, and Kesnit is dashed forward. Lit up by the dart, but slowing things down. Not a moment too soon. The shot from Klaus is great. And if not him, it would have been Kesnit who joined in on it. Does get the assist. Kesnit tries to settle the crosshair and get the kill into Asuna. Now with the pit. Bang, tucks the flash. He dips in at just the right time.
I mean, man, the discipline for Heat to not actually commit fully onto that angle and just get right back into that ult.
It's just crazy. Look at Shy's positioning.
He's so good.
But EU's got to know. I mean, he knew. He swung into that, wanting to take that fight.
Still, there's just so much you have to do, and this Viper ult gives you a cubby on the right side of A main.
There's really no way in for
Yeah, this is just impossible. The post plants from Crew have been so good in this entire series.
We'll see if Shy's able to hunt out a couple.
Yeah, he's on the late flank right now.
He's gone hunting. Doesn't find it. Bucio gets a kill with the op, so they'll save that. Into the next round. Back into the hands of Cryo, we presume.
And then they will die.
Although Bucio does like using the weapon from time to time.
I need this.
I've been speaking a lot about how, you know, Crew, they don't really reinvent the wheel. They play pretty standard comps apart from Icebox, but it's micro things that they do, like Klaus buying it off, droning Cryo out, and then peeking him with his own and winning the battle there. Small things like that give them the edge, even though they play a more standard style and just play, you know, try to play fundamentally correct. Kesnit has been having a rough start to this map, but 3 rounds, it's not too bad right now if you're Crew, especially with the momentum that 100 Thieves had going into this entire, you know, the 4 rounds that they put together right away. They won the pistol, won the anti-eco. Yeah, they lost the bonus round, but they were able to string 3 back together there.
Yeah, they were up 5-1, and Crew starting to claw their way back into this thing. Now the deficit down to 2. See a timeout called from 100 Thieves. Few moments before it elapses. I think we're going to continue to see this op battle between both of these jets. And you mentioned it, Cryo has gotten the upper hand over Kesnit a couple times here.
And he's going to need to keep going for these aggro plays because it just seems like Crew's post plants are just too good right now for that 100 Thieves roster to deal with. Where 100 Thieves has really shined has been disrupting the actual hits, getting picks as people are flooding in or before they even get into the choke. So maybe try to set up Cryo here in the same main, get him a deep line again so you can lean over towards that B side of the map.
Aggressive pit B right at the beginning of the round, and they've got the trips and the cam to cover things. This defensive wall that we're seeing out from Bang is a little different. We've seen Crew do a slightly different variation of it. It's a bit more vertical, if you will.
That goes all the way into the A main.
Yeah.
Opposed to this. I guess this is just to re-clear that early Hall's space on the split, potentially. Get a little backstab.
And then there is a little pocket if they do want to fight on the left side right here. So we'll see if that ends up being a factor as the round goes on, because it does seem like they want to end towards A. Kesnit with the op up top. And it seems like they're going to split back B. They've got a trip they have to deal with and the pit. Crew not really liking anything they're seeing. They're kind of poking and prodding and nothing is going their way. And it's just gotten worse.
The positioning of 100 Thieves has been really good up until this moment.
They're going to get out on his side. Cryo with the op in hand has to try to stay alive. Lands a second shot.
That was so sick.
It was that easy. It felt like 100 Thieves have control of that round from beginning to end.
Yeah, Crew got stuck in an in-between. The dart from Klaus was actually really good to spot out Asuna in that corner of A main, but they had nobody else there, so he was too scared to take any type of angle. And Cryo popped an op shot from the back side of A, so that's what made Crew so scared to actually commit to this A site. They know they would have had to worry about EU from Halls. They would have had to run into it off from Cryo back site. And then Asuna is there also around that bricks area to have like a little trifecta crossfire. Early A main control here from Crew. Kesnet just going for any 1v1, doesn't even care that there's an op online. But clearly they know the op is not on the A side of the map. What do they do with that?
Do they commit to it? It seems like they're wanting to spread things out just a little bit more.
It seems like they're just trying to find any type of answer they can. 100 Thieves' timings have been too good on this map with the reclears. It was EU in that nest area last round. Now he's controlling Halls.
I have the spike.
And he's been here a couple of times this half. Often clearing with the drone. He's been punished here once. It's a couple of rounds ago. But he's found a ton of value here. And it seems like he's going to be called on once more.
That
this
was
time,
so risky.
overwhelmed. And you're right, perhaps an ill-advised swing. But they pop the door open. Cryo filling in on the space. He has an op in hand. Bang is not far off. If Boothio and Asuna can hold things back on their own, this should work just fine.
Down A.
2 guns left for the attack.
30 seconds left.
A 2v2 here. Cryo with the op, the spike rotating away.
Yeah, and you have to, because if you try to cross into sight, you're just dead. Like everybody else on your team.
Klaus was left in a unwinnable position. Now they're left guessing, wait, where's the spike? That sound should confirm. And the rotate starts to come deep.
The thing is Shy planted this bomb on the right side of that Viper wall. So if this wall comes up,
Toxins going up.
100 Thieves don't need to really worry about the right side so much.
And the wall is up. Can Shy pull this off? Down 3 rounds, in need of a spark, in need of a miracle. The cam tagging onto the first. The spam. He's patient with it. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't fire at all. Now the cam there again. Oh! They lined up for him. But Cryo's able to get the kill and the defuse.
He had that. I don't think he stopped on a dime like he should have. A small mechanical error. He played it so well up until that point. Had he actually stopped on a dime, he would have been fully accurate. Every shot would have connected there. A free kill.
The narrowest of margins deciding things. And again, heroic efforts to hold the site. Boostio and Asuna and Bang joined in on the fun a little bit later, but that hold was nuts.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's so scary.
Shy's gonna be beating himself up after that one if they drop this map.
That's so
That was good.
Scary.
That was really good from 100 Thieves though. Wall up.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Didn't rush
trade.
anything.
Yeah.
Didn't force the fight. Didn't give ones.
Cryo with the op on this half has been crazy, man.
11-5. And Kesnet, who dropped 20 in the first half on map 1, currently sitting at 4-10.
Yeah. It can be hard to entry on a map like this, especially against these setups. You dash in and it kind of feels like if you're lucky, you get one.
Yeah, but you got the composition's built in a way to where you should have a little bit of room, right? You've got darts and you've got flashes cascading with it. You should, in theory, find a little bit of something. But yeah, I don't know if it's the utility combination from Crew is just not clicking or kind of what it is. But the truth of the matter is Kesnet just struggled.
Sometimes even when he entries though, he'll be alone on the site, surviving for as long as he can, and it's his teammates that are actually getting picked off on these weird angles or spam that come in. That's what it felt like for me when I would play against this 100 Thieves roster and the composition of how they played it. Sometimes I couldn't even get out of the choke because I would get spammed by like Bang.
Funnily enough, the last time we saw 100 Thieves play Breeze was against you.
Oh, there you go. Last time they won Ascent was against me. Probably last time they won Breeze was against me.
Sorry, it was in Americas. The last time they played it was at an international, but the last time we saw it on domestic soil, it was against you.
Oh my gosh.
Cryo teeing off on Kesnet, again getting the best of the Star Duelists on the other side of the stage.
It's exactly what he needed to do going into this as well.
Another big kill found. The Sheriff's not really finding any value for Crew, but 3 remain.
I just don't even know how he can trade that in time.
Yeah.
Like what?
That's tough. Weapon upgraded. Guardian online. The blades activated. Just 1 remaining. And they're hunting for him. Will the blades connect? Yes, they will. 4 for Cryo and 8 for 100 Thieves.
He had to step up big for his team, and that he's definitely done. Same with EU. The 2 initiators from the last map. Go figure.
Who would have thought?
It's just jet things right now. Just jet things.
Again, this defense has been so formidable for 100 Thieves, particularly these last couple of rounds where they've been dealing with a lot of the pressure and they've been able to navigate it well. Now last round of the half. Can they continue to keep them at bay?
It's so tough for crew. And every time they think they have a read on how 100 Thieves is set up, it's a new setup. Or it's Cryo getting another first blood with the op.
Again, this roster has been so heavily discussed for having outrageous firepower. Has really kind of played this attack half with nothing more than a whimper. They've been battered, they've been beaten down.
Oh my gosh.
And it's primarily off the op from Cryo these last couple of rounds. The holds they've had on the sides have been outrageous. Just such a good understanding of this defensive side.
And the late flank from Cryo as well. Oh my gosh.
With the rifle now.
It's so beautiful.
Look at this contain. Mid pressure. Pressure from spawn on both sides.
That's a big tag though.
Crew with nowhere to go. And Cryo on the prowl, on the hunt, looking for a target. The first will be found. The second's on the trade. Klaus in a 1v1 against Asuna. Spike ticking away. That's a little bit damage dealt. How much more can he do though? As Asuna creeps forward! Klaus lands the shots! 3 on the round as Crew get their 4th.
Switching sides.
Wow. 2v3 there. I thought Cryo was gonna secure the round win.
Me too.
On that flank, but Klaus has something to say otherwise.
Played that fight so well.
Yeah, he was in full control of that 1v3.
Pop-ups have been big, and we're only really going to be able to find out in the second half the importance of that round. But first, before we get there, we're going to throw it down to Riv with a special fan of Boostios. Take a listen.
That's right, gentlemen. I am joined by Kelly, a.k.a. Boostio's mom! I gotta ask you first question. What's it like being the mom of a champion?
Oh, you know, same old thing. He's a brat.
And you're a veteran to the arena. How many times you been here? You're always cheering.
I've been here maybe 4 times, but I also have traveled with Keldon in previous games, so.
All right. Okay, so looking at Boostio, this guy just exudes energy all the time. He's always hype. Was this always back to childhood too, when you're giving him peanut butter and jelly without crust? Was he going crazy?
First of all, he doesn't like peanut butter and jelly. How dare you?
Good note.
Second of all, yes, he is always energetic, getting everybody hyped. I don't know how to introvert, got an expert, but it is just a crime to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, ah!
Absolutely. And final question for you. Being here, seeing the signs, seeing people cheer for your son, just be fans of your son. What's that feel like?
It's over. We couldn't do it without all you fans. The crew, 100 Thieves. You guys rock. I love you guys.
All right, the family buffs are out in force today. Thank you so much, Boostio's mom. We're going to get right back in the game. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Riv. It is a family affair here at VCT Americas, and I mean, when you've got that when you're rolling that deep in the crowd, it always feels good.
W moms. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean,
W moms.
As a pro player, I'm sure you experienced something similar in the past.
Yeah. I mean, my mom almost didn't let me compete at all. I mean, one of my first events ever, I had to go travel to China. She's like, "You're not going. You're not going without me. That's for sure." Thank God my dad picked that one up for me. But yeah, I mean, it's stressful for them too, because they want to see us, do well and thrive. So yeah. I can't even imagine what it must be like watching that first map. But the swing of emotions that you get out of it when you see this map now, I mean, this feels like it's in the hands of 100 Thieves. It's their game to win.
Can they put it over the finish line? Up 4. We'll see what Crew can do if they could win this pistol. We've got something interesting, and that's a hell of a start. This mid-aggression is just crazy. And they knew that was the plan from the beginning.
I mean, that's the El Clasico baby bay right there. Solo jumping up on the mid pillar. I used to love to do that play. So,
Oh, now
Thieves, they haven't played it. They haven't played me in a while, so I don't blame them for going down to that.
well, now they reset a little bit here. Crew, oh my goodness, they're gonna get another. Klaus and Kesnet both up mid. They know Bang is at least somewhere on the left side of that wall.
Oh man,
This has been surgical. They get the kill mid, they reposition, they go back through spawn, and now Shy's gonna get another. I mean, it's just been so methodical. Can EU hold them back? Can Cryo hold them back? It's all onto the Sova now. Spotting the first, and he just buys time. He knows his teammates are swarming, they're taking space, they're filling in behind it. This would be ridiculous, and it will not come through. Crew, get the pistol.
100 Thieves are getting caught lacking in these moments. When Kesnet gets the first blood, they think that he's going to reset and reposition somewhere else. But the fact of the matter is he's going for more right after, but not instantly. And that's the key difference. He waits a little bit to where 100 Thieves might think that he's backing up into a passive angle, a passive hold. Maybe they're just going to play retake, but then he doubles up with a teammate, and in the mid round, they reaggress something again.
It was perfect. They struck at just the right time.
Total disruption.
Yeah, yep. There's that wall we were talking about in the previous half from Crew. A bit more vertical. It covers the switch, it covers mid, and it gives you a little bit of an angle into A main, where you imagine Kesnet is gonna try to punish, and just like that, he does. Nice trade out, though.
A good answer back. If he can get this one as well and gets heat, this could be an opening in the round. Oh, that was the time to strike.
Close. Yep, no dash now. You've got to jump back out, and Klaus was there to help.
Not all guns saved into this round, though. They did lose, I think, a Bulldog.
So they have, what, 2 Guardians? Yeah, 2 Guardians. They're investing into this, man.
And you set it up perfectly. We have to talk about this A-wall that Crew like to do. They condition this. And what they do is they want to use it to re-clear space. But further in the half, they actually know a way to put that wall that will have a gap in the actual A main. So when they put it up, they can actually see deep into that A main area.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. For now, the wall B. But aggression mid, once more, a flash over the top for Kesnet to have the line, and EU gets the best of them.
Yeah, you can't fall for that one twice. That's for certain.
I mean, Crew still have mid control, though. What do they do with it? Oh, jump spot from Elser, a little damage dealt. 100 Thieves slowing this round down.
Yeah, they're so good in these moments, especially on Breeze, where they just slow the round down. They just hold. I mean, for a whole year, when they rebuilt this team from the ground up before VCT was even a thing, their main focus was playing against FaZe as scrim partners, and I would go for aggressive plays all the time on the defensive side. So this should be nothing new for at least Asuna and Bang.
I love how they're playing this, too. Bang hasn't invested his wall. So they still have so many options to play around, and the silence is enough for Crew to think twice about it, rotate B. So like 2 ships passing in the night, they're gonna rotate around each other. Now, A becomes the focus.
30 seconds left.
This was a beautiful call from Boostio.
Yeah.
But can they finish it? Can they convert?
Standing ahead.
No ults really to speak of for the defense. And again, they have some weaponry for this. This is not nothing.
You have a double lurk right now. Boostie's gonna tap this door. There's so many angles Crew have to look at right now.
And so many angles for Boostio to have to clear too, but as the gunfire erupts, it goes the way of 100 Thieves. Meltzer in a 1v3, there's no way he pulls that off. A big round from 100 Thieves.
Beautifully played. 100 Thieves understood that Crew are gonna get proactive on the defensive side. They punish Kesnet early on. They hold for any other type of re-aggression that may come their way, and then all they have to do is group up, use their utility to take the site, set up for a good post plant.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a clean shot.
Yeah, he read that. He knew.
And on the actual retake of Crew, you saw 2 different layers there. People in sight were there just to be a distraction. EU was flanking mid and Boostio at the same time from Halls. Double flank setup.
Yep. The wall again with the knife, A main, and Kesnet holding the line, but everybody from 100 Thieves is B. They're gonna try to go fast here. EU has his ult instantly triggered. Playing a little bit further off, but not far off enough.
It's chaos on the site.
Shy and Melser are able to navigate the chaos beautifully. They get a couple kills, but Asuna punching back. 3v3, and now the rotations from Crew starting to arrive. First Heat, then Kesnit. But Melser by himself on the site, trying to dance around, trying to stay alive.
And again, win conditions, Doug.
One enemy remaining.
The win condition right now is Bang. Can he pull it off? No. Crew with respond.
Dude. Crew have impressed me in these scrappy rounds when all noise cuts. And they understand Heat in that moment is literally, I mean, I don't know if he's screaming in the mic, but he's like, guys, I'll win the round for us. I have the perfect timing on the flank. And that's ultimately what ended up being the W for Crew into this.
Kesnit with blades. And just a rifle for Cryo.
I mean, Cryo's on 21 and 10 right now.
Crazy numbers, and they're up to Darts traded, Asuna tagged.
Oh, he's here alone with Bomb as well.
Oh, that's dangerous. And he's still jump spotting too, that's crazy. Kesnit just had to dash back. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves are trying to feel out the rest of the map. They tried finding some space mid.
That was the rifle.
You've got Bang close by. It's just a Sheriff, though. I mean, he's got to be ready for it. He is. Is he ready for Asuna too? Yep.
Spike down. Mid.
That was a perfect peek.
It's about as clean as it gets.
Oh my gosh.
And so this round should go in favor of Crew, barring an absolute miracle from EU. And yeah, those are 2 kills, but there's still plenty to go. And with 20 HP, it's just not going to happen. Meltzer gets his 3rd. Crew bring the gap to 1.
If you lose focus, you die.
This is another really important round. And I wonder what he can do in this round. If he's going to try to get aggro A main, maybe try to farm that orb off of aggression.
One enemy
Yeah, we'll see what he does here.
Dude, that second kill in mid
was clean.
That was so precise.
Yeah.
The timing on when he stopped, the crosshair positioning, everything. It was so snappy.
Oh, they're going to challenge Kesnit here.
Yeah, it's a pop flash for him.
Heavy lean A, blades online. Both used. There are the Jets, the fight we've been looking for this entire time. And the flash missing the mark. All that build up just for them to back up. That's crazy.
Everyone was blind.
But hopefully that means we get a second round at this. Because they're both still around. Bang has found a little bit of space. He's
so aggressive in this mid lane.
And he can get up past this wall that we were talking about. The flash out, Bang behind enemy lines. There it is. He gets a 2nd, not able to control the 3rd.
No charges left.
But Cryo has found space. That ult's going to complicate things just a little bit.
The problem is, Melzer hasn't moved an inch this entire round.
Well, I love this for 100 Thieves too. Knowing that they're trying to deal with this ult from Heat, they just freeze, wait it out, and now they can reaggress. Now they can take some of the space, but they don't have the spike in hand. They want to take this fight before they decide to go.
Cryo has no knives again. That dagger.
They've got him surrounded now. No real exit. Can the defense hold up? They're trying to turn these flashes and take these fights. EU in a 1v2, and he cannot convert.
You gotta feel for Cryo here, but he is doing such a good job of targeting him.
Yeah.
I mean, he shut him down pre-round with a knife. Then he shuts him down with KO that he got with kills that he acquired in the round. And then he waits on the re-dagger to make sure that Cryo can't do anything. The guy didn't have a gun the entire round.
Spike down A.
Big heroic moment from Bang. But you're right, it was Heat who was just the thorn in the flesh. That shot was filthy.
I was wondering how Melzer got that kill from mid-door.
That was nuts.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It was a good play from 100 Thieves to just cut noise there and let it cook. Maybe a rotate. Maybe a rotate comes to the other side.
Sure.
The thing is Shy was still alive with double trips onto that site, so not much needed to be done there.
And I think they had no real way to exit. They had no way to really get out, so they were just kind of stuck, and they were left to the devices of the knife and the ult and everything else that Crew could throw their way. 5 rounds of the last 6. The lead that 100 Thieves had, it's gone now. It was an 8-4 half, and the snowball goes the way of Crew.
the duality of Jet right now.
Yeah.
It can be really easy to play on defense sometimes, especially when you get that up. But on the attack, man, it's so hard to get entries. I mean, you saw it in that round. Cryo couldn't do anything.
Yeah, he had a tough time.
And he was looking. He was actively looking for fights too, even when he was backside with no knives. Just nothing was being given to him.
It seemed like split was inevitable, but all of a sudden we find ourselves in a dogfight for Breeze.
God, here we go again. Kesnit's gonna do his classic A main reclear. Probably just off of a whim, off of a timing, maybe a flash from Heat, but no one's there. So once he gets this info, the lean will come heavy into B, and maybe an early molly here from Melzer.
It's got to be fast. They've got the trip to buy
see how
some
they're
time.
shifting already.
Yeah.
And they do this time and time again. This is how crew like to play this map. Kesnit will dry fight into A main, allowing them to stack.
Oh, that's big though. The ult is going to drop all of the utility, but it doesn't drop Melzer. 3 kills found. But still, they stabilize. Still, they're up top. Kesnit's on the flank.
Welcome to my
It's going to be so difficult to get through that with a pit in his face.
Oh, wait a second, though.
Is there going to be enough room? EU drops Heat. Kesnit's left alone. He gets past the pit. He gets around the pillar. Kesnit's repositioning, and they may have heard that. Austin is watching. Spotted now.
All he needs to get right now is just damage. Get as many kills as you can. Get the guns out. As I say that, Asuna takes him down.
That's tough in a 1v3 with the pit, and I mean, so many angles that he'd have to clear.
Cryo actually went huge there. He was the first to dash it, and yeah, his teammates got taken out, but while that was all happening, while Melzer had that nice timing right here, Cryo ended up getting 2 kills backside. And that allowed the res to come through and give the numbers advantage to 100 Thieves. That's a big round to win. They needed to get something on the board.
Desperately. The second half has not been kind to 100 Thieves. But I guess it really is all about how you finish if they can pull this off.
4 players hit with that dagger. No wall up, though, from the side of crew. And that will ultimately allow 100 Thieves to walk back into this space.
Melzer is a judge. Kesnit's popped his blades. Remember, they've been pretty aggressive in trying to hold the line in A main every round except for this one, it seems like.
My ult is ready.
When 100 Thieves cut noise after they do their default, you just see tons of crew members shifting into random spots. They're really distraught. It's almost like they're gambling where they think 100 Thieves are going to go in these moments.
They're just starved for info.
Yeah. Shy should be first contact here, though. A lot of teams like to clear this. A cam will do it.
And Shy has to get out. Manages to do so. Trip's still up. The knife not tagging him, but he gets over the trip. There's Melzer with the judge.
Good trade.
EU investing his ult. Not able to get anything. The spam. Ooh. Bang, dealing with some of the trouble. Flash in the face, so as the second ult is traded. Asuna down, the spike joining him. Bang has to scoop that thing up. Can Boosty find enough space for him? Heat falls. Shy playing around the wall. The barrel betrays him.
No ammo.
Kesnit still with blades. Nothing is landing. Can EU pull this off on his own? The spike so far away. He's got to get this kill, and he can't. Klaus with 3, and we're tied again.
This is such a close game. The economy now a little bit in shambles for 100 Thieves. Crew need this round. If they lose this, not only are they going to be broke, but 100 Thieves' economy will be good for the rest of the game.
And there isn't much left. But you're right. That's smooth sailing, or at least as close to that as you can possibly get. It's really impressive how crew have stayed in this fight. We would expect Kesnit to be popping off, to be, doing his thing, and that'd be the reason why they've been able to pull off his ferocious comeback. But it hasn't been him.
Yeah, he's actually been whiffing quite a bit.
Yeah, meanwhile, Klaus has been popping off. Melzer's had big moments.
What?
That's ridiculous. Cryo trying to push the pace up mid, finds Klaus. That flash is pretty.
Great flash.
Yeah.
Kesnit has to go huge here.
But how?
I don't know. It looks like he's almost scared to take some of these fights.
I mean, I don't blame him at this point. He knows he's outnumbered, but if Shy can find the timing, this would be huge. He's gone away and detected. I don't think it spotted him, but now they know where he is, and that pesky wall goes up. We talked about it so many times. The fight Kesnet was scared to take now comes through. On the swing. Oh, my goodness. Twos now. Spike still in play. EU dodging the flash, expecting the swing. It's cold now as Cryo gets his third. He has to pull this off on his own. He's gotten it down to 1. Time is short, 5 HP. Can he land the shots onto EU? A jumping, oh my gosh, it's a classic that wins it out. 100 Thieves take the lead back.
Cryo and EU again. I said it. I said Crew needed to win that round. Look at the economy. 100 Thieves have a bye for probably the rest of the game now. Oh my
That was
goodness.
ridiculous. Kesnet played his positioning so well on the site.
Oh, that was such a sick shot from EU.
It was great until EU showed up. Now, honestly, I respect the play. Time is short. You know you've got to take the fight. You've seen there's likely a classic waiting for you on the other side because EU had already tried doing the same.
Slimmest of margins there.
And a timeout called just to build a little extra suspense.
Crew can't really invest much into this round, but as I say that, I see that Heat has a Guardian and light armor, $200 to his name. I think they're gonna buy into this. They're gonna try to catch 100 Thieves off guard. And this is exactly what they need to do. They're playing to win. Crew understands that if they give this for free, I mean, you're playing for a tie at that point.
Yeah,
I mean, bring it back in OT.
They
It looks like they still will.
Though,
They still will be paying for the tie. I thought they were going to go for the full gamble. I mean, 100 Thieves basically just did a thrifty buy onto Crew and won it. So maybe Crew can answer back.
How will this play out?
Early A main control. This time, no one getting a kill. And the double hold from 100 Thieves. Waiting for Kesnet to re-swing that A main. Waiting for the punish. That's that standard default that we've seen time and time again on this map. That wall going up, denying info. Now, 100 Thieves are going to have to either use utility to clear close A main if they want to go back, or they're going to contact in.
Bang's in a dangerous spot here.
Oh.
Yep. He got the kill.
Cryo also got a kill in halls as that all was happening. And this is what I'm talking about. These extra couple steps that 100 Thieves need to do to clear that A main because of that wall allows Crew time to get all the way into sight.
The thing is, Crew aren't in a position to be able to upgrade the weapon.
Oh, beautiful flash.
The flash is gorgeous. The timing is so good, but he keeps him in this. Can Shy pull it off? Oh my gosh! What on earth was that? Shy just snatches the round back. The Red Bull clutch to tie us up again. That was insane. That was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Such a risky hold there from Bang. But it was the Sheriffs, it was Heat, and then this. No way.
Doug, I looked over at Boostio's face. He was adjusting his monitor. He even couldn't believe what just happened. I was like, did I see that correctly?
Remember, this was an 8-4 first half in favor of 100 Thieves. Split seemed likely. But now we're wondering if we're even gonna get OT.
That was so sick.
And that's the second time Cryo takes that pathing.
Cryo insta went up mid, Doug. After all this Halls control and dashed into Nest.
Heat able to slow things down as Cryo finds a second with the blades, looking for more. Melser has to take a step back. Both Vipers are in the pit. And Cryo still on the hunt.
Oh, the timing!
They have so much space now on the site. Kesnet and Shy still alive, still with weapons. Meanwhile, there's a battered 100 Thieves on the other side. Austin is so weak, but it might not matter. Kesnet in a 1v3. Remember, one of them 36 HP. And that's going to be the first to take the swing. The crosshair steady, but the bullet does not land. Kesnet on the reposition as he slows down the round, realizing he's going to have to make a big play. If he can pull this off, it would be everything. It's all just debate.
no.
The first will fall, slow things down. The second will not. Cryo with 300 Thieves get to map point.
The composure that 100 Thieves just showed us to put Cryo over 30 kills was insane. The way that they lost that previous round, a lot of teams would fold under that pressure. Instead, they run up a set play where they're just running down halls, creating this big distraction while Cryo runs all the way up mid and he commits his dash into Nest. And that's what catches out Klaus. Klaus was on his drone doing the casual things that he did when 100 Thieves ran down halls like that.
It's so hard.
Not ready for that.
And even that like 1v1 at the end there, it's so hard to control because you have weapon inaccuracy when you're going over that little bridge in between the pillars. So it's not like it was a clean fight. Either way.
That was crazy.
The buy for Crew, not great.
And they're picking the right site again.
They have ults to play with two. EU's one away from his. They've got a lot of options here. Just enough to buy some time, maybe? A tap of the spike, not committing to the plant yet. Boostio finding the space on the heat. And that was one of the better weapons. They're down! 100 Thieves pick them apart. It's just Melser. And it's just Melser with a stinger. Now the spike planted. Heat stuck on the other side of the wall. And now Melser realizing that everything is falling apart. Maybe a kill onto EU with the spit, but it doesn't even connect. They've gotten his position. They know it's all over now. It will not come through. Seeds of comeback fall upon barren soil. Split is on the cards.
That was such a sick map out of both teams. I mean, at the end there, round after round after round after round, thrifties everywhere.
Yeah,
it seemed like if you didn't have a full buy, you were destined to win. But 100 Thieves pulled it out at the end there.
Cryo dropped 33.
Dude.
What a performance. And again, EU right behind him. A guy who we talked about a couple of times throughout the series for not getting his due is unreal for 100 Thieves right now.
I'm telling you, that round that put 100 Thieves on 12 on match point was so sick.
Yeah.
Especially after what they had to battle through.
Yeah.
I mean, getting 1v2'd by Shy with a Sheriff, and the way that it happened, the collat, they lined up to just insta run up mid, that drawn up play at the perfect timing.
It could not have been any better. We're gonna take a quick break, but Split, as we mentioned, is on the other side of this. If Breeze is any indication of what we just saw, you're not gonna wanna miss it. Don't go anywhere.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Ooh, yes, problem.
You need Verizon.
Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies.
A preposterous amount of panos!
That means panoramic.
And as many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None, yeah, none feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition and get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Red Bull gives you wings.